What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American here today to react and learn about British foods that you can't get in America. These are foods that have either been banned in America or just impossible to find, basically. And all this makes me wonder, is Britain, what on earth are you doing to some of these foods that could possibly get them banned in America? I mean, in America, eating disgusting, unhealthy, but delicious food is practically a national sport here. And I don't, even from a money point of view, just making money off us, take advantage of us, sell us the disgusting food that will kill us quicker. Please, we're begging you. But I don't know if all the stuff on this list is banned or hard to get in America because it's unhealthy or if it's for other weird reasons. But I guarantee you it's going to be British food that I've never encountered before, by definition, because it is not available here in America. But now that I've laid out the obvious, let's take a look. British foods that you can't get in America.
Blackcurrant flavored anything.
The blackcurrant is a small, black, and tart berry, which seems to be very popular over in the UK, but...
Blackcurrant? What a cool name, by the way. I feel like, they have weird flavors. This reminds me of like a Gatorade flavor. Black cherry, currant, lightning, citrus, diet, or something. I'm kind of confused why a flavor, this is just like a flavor of candy, drinks, stuff, blackcurrant, popular in Britain, not available in America. Why? Sounds pretty good.
YouTube algorithm.
Blackcurrant flavored anything.
The blackcurrant is a small, black, and tart berry, which seems...
Small, black, and tart berry. Oh, I'm getting a pop-up. Excuse me. Small, black, and tart. Americans like tart, if that's kind of like sour in a way.
To be very popular over in the UK, but across the Atlantic, over 99% of Americans have never tasted a blackcurrant.
Yeah. Oh, wait, is that actually a type of berry? Wait, is this actually a type of berry? Hold up, I'm looking this up. Blackcurrant. Blackcurrant. It's a berry. Wait, this is this is not just a flavor. This is not just a flavor of Powerade. This is actually a berry. Wait a minute. Blackcurrant, known as blackcurrant or cassis, is a delicious shrub grown for berries, native to parts of Central and Northern Europe and Asia. Is that why? Because it's just the plant is not native to the United States? Wow, so this is just a berry that doesn't exist in the United States. Huh. And here I just thought, I just assumed this was some kind of artificial drink mix I could put in my water or something.
99% of Americans have never tasted a blackcurrant.
Yeah.
This is because from 1911 until 2003, blackcurrants were banned in the United States. And even today, they are still banned in many of the American states.
The blackcurrant, plant is banned in the United States? That's interesting. It's not banned in all states, though. Now, gives me some ideas. I sense a business opportunity. Start the old blackcurrant black market in the United States or something. But, well, I'm surprised. Even if you can't grow the plant, why not sell... Wait, blackcurrant flavored anything. Yeah, why not sell this flavor? Blackcurrant juice, or... I don't know. I feel like this should exist in a way. Like there's loopholes around this that we Americans could be tasting this, but we're not.
Why were they banned?
It's actually really interesting. Blackcurrants were banned in the USA because the blackcurrant plant produces this fungus that actually damages pine trees.
Huh?
But thanks to science and some genetic modification, there are now blackcurrant plants with berries that are disease resistant and don't have that problem of this fungus that is damaging the pine trees.
What are wouldn't this fungus also exist in Britain, where these blackcurrant bushes or whatever they are growing? Or are there not a lot of pine trees in Britain? Now, this is just raising even more and more questions for me.
So black currants are making a comeback in the United States, but still, many Americans have yet to taste one. I had
Yeah.
never tasted one, and I didn't
Yeah.
even know that they existed until we went to the UK.
I literally, exactly. Like, I had no idea this even was a thing. And it's funny that it's probably well known in the UK. Like, and yet I would wager a guess that, like myself, the vast majority of Americans have literally never heard of this, never knew it existed. I didn't know what I was missing. Now, this is unfortunate. Now I feel like I'm missing something here. I want to go back to not even knowing about this because I can't get it.
So unlike where in the UK you will find black currant flavored drinks and sweeties in grocery stores, in the United States you will never see a black currant flavored anything.
Okay, so he kind of said it there. Blackcurrant drinks, blackcurrant candy, stuff like that. So this is like a flavor for a variety of things. I was kind of wondering about that.
I think if there was to be an American equivalent of black currants in terms of a flavor that you find in food, it would be cranberries. We have lots of cranberry muffins, cranberry
Cranberries?
breads.
Cranberry juice.
Cranberries? I mean, okay. I don't even know if I've had a cranberry. Cranberries are not not terribly popular in the United States. They are readily available. Anybody can get a cranberry or a cranberry muffin, but we don't. It's not the most popular thing, so that doesn't really help me understand the black currant. Man, interesting. Do people just eat like a black currant berry? Like in their salad or their cereal or something like that? Or people actually eating the plant itself?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You walk down the juice aisle, everything's
It's all
cranberry
cranberry
in
juice.
it.
Speaking of juice, let's talk about squash. 'Cause
Squash.
that is also a British thing that you cannot find in America.
Ever since
Squash? Squash? Hold on. Squash. I can't even Google straight here. I'm so worked up. Squash. It's a fruit. Oh, it's also a sport. It's also a sport. Yeah, it's like a pumpkin or gourd. I'm pretty sure these are available in the United States. Am I going crazy? I've heard of squash.
we have had British friends, we have heard about this thing called squash, which British people make drinks out of. And it was very confusing for us because when they come to the United States, it's described as this elixir, this mysterious substance which they can't find in America, but that is almost life-sustaining.
So the first time I heard
Squash? Like the vegetable? I swear there's squash. I know of squash. I'm not like the biggest health nut in the world, nor am I a squash head or something, someone who's very into squash, but I swear you can get squash. Hold on, squash for sale. Let me do squash for sale. Butternut squash, yellow squash. You can get it on Amazon, for crying out loud. Walmart. Zucchini summer squash. Is this like, am I absolutely going crazy here? Or I'm pretty sure squash exists in America.
of squash, somebody said, like, I'm gonna have some squash or I'm gonna make some squash or something. And so when I saw them drinking it, I was like, is that actually made from squash?
You like the actual
plant. Squash plant.
All that to say, we were a bit disappointed, I'm not gonna lie, when after all of the hype, we found out that squash is really just a concentrated fruit syrup made from
What?
water and sugar and fruit and sometimes other little bits of spices like ginger. And from what we understand, British people like to add a little bit of squash syrup to a cup, then you add water or you add carbonated water and you make a drink out of it. So
What? What? Wait, what? That this is starting to explain some things. Is the squash they're talking about the British squash, not what I'm thinking of? The plant, the melon-shaped squash. Hold on, British squash. Let me look up British squash. It's a drink, like they said. It's a non-alcoholic beverage with concentrated syrup used in beverage making. What? What? Sweet concentrated liquid from flavored with fruit juice, which you make a drink with. What on earth? My mind is absolutely blown right now. Well, I'm actually a bit relieved, because I was like, you can get squash. Like, squash is a thing in America. It's I actually was starting to believe I was going crazy there. So, squash in Britain is different. It's like a fruit juice concentrate or something. That's random to me.
So it's a base for a beverage, a refreshing beverage.
As our British friends who visited the US have found out, we don't have squash in the US. You
No.
can have a pretty close-ish substitute, I guess, if you were to buy juice concentrate. We have like little canisters full of juice concentrate.
Frozen, like orange juice and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, yeah. Now that I know what the heck we're talking about here, yeah, you can't really find something like that anywhere. Sure, maybe some weird juice concentrates, but this is not even close to being something that Americans deal with on any kind of regular basis. I have never heard squash used this way. I'm stunned.
Dilute it with water or dilute it with carbonated water, and you get kind of the same-ish feel,
Yeah,
perhaps.
and we also have
Okay.
fruit juices. So most grocery stores in the States will have a full-on juice aisle, which is kind of like squash, but with the water already added. So we have, apple juice.
Yeah, we'll have juice, like in the grocery store, already made. Is this just juice? Squash juice? How popular is this in Britain? How often do you whip out the old squash syrup and dump it in your water and suck down a refreshing squash? How often do you do that? I'm just kind of shocked that I have never heard of this ever. Makes me wonder how popular it is.
Juice, orange juice, cranberry apple, cranberry orange, cranberry blueberry,
Wow.
cranberry, and 1,000 other varieties of cranberry juice. Genuine Cadbury.
This may come as a
Genuine Cadbury? Like chocolate? Wait, is there like a British version of the Cadbury chocolate? Like the real version? Are we getting a watered down version? Well, for one thing, I haven't really even had the Cadbury chocolate that's available in America. Cadbury is just not popular in America. It's Hershey's chocolate all the way, or, some of the other random chocolate corporations, but Cadbury is kind of just this random thing you see in grocery stores. Not very popular here, but genuine Cadbury sounds interesting.
surprise to you, because there is a common misconception that Cadbury chocolates are banned in the USA. This, however, is not the case, and Cadbury chocolate bars can be found in supermarkets and grocery stores all across America.
Yeah, I mean, Cadbury is found in our grocery stores, but, not very prominent, not very much. It's not the top-selling item. It's not even promoted that much.
What has been banned is UK-produced Cadbury chocolate.
Why is that? It's a bit odd.
I was just about to say, why would we ban UK-produced Cadbury chocolate? Like the good stuff, the authentic stuff.
Yeah, it is, but I did some research, and what I found out was that back in 1988, the Hershey Chocolate Company in the United States actually purchased from Cadbury the rights to produce Cadbury chocolate in the United States.
So that means
What?
that Cadbury chocolates that are found in the US are not actually British Cadbury. They're an American bastardization of the same thing.
Wow, I mean, that's capitalism for you, I guess. Classic American capitalism. We've done it to ourselves. Hershey's Chocolate in America purchased the rights to produce the Cadbury chocolate in America, so it's probably made in a Hershey's factory with whatever kind of chocolate mix they source or whatever, so it's gonna be different. All right, that I was thinking, what's in this chocolate that's banned from America? But instead, it's just corporations that own other corporations that own other corporations kind of thing.
Well, what happened was Cadbury was trying to enter the American chocolate market and was having a really hard time marketing products to Americans and getting a foothold there.
I mean, we saw that gorilla ad, not gonna lie.
We did. And so in order to advance its marketing efforts in the United States, Cadbury thought it would be advantageous to just sell the rights to manufacturing their chocolate to
I think I did it. I, I just realized what they said. I think I also saw that Cadbury gorilla drumming ad as well. That just made me want to buy the chocolate.
manufacturing their chocolate to Hershey's because Hershey's knew the territory and would manage that wing of Cadbury for them.
Grave
Okay.
mistake. Hershey's is shit, y'all.
Now, wow, that'd be fascinating to compare authentic British Cadbury chocolate to whatever the heck Hershey's is doing. I haven't had the Cadbury chocolate that I can remember here in America anyways, but now I kind of want to get it just to see if it's good, if it tastes just like the Hershey's chocolate I'm used to, or if it tastes a little worse, or this is making me quite curious.
In the long run, I don't think the strategy really worked out because Cadbury has had a lot of trouble financially over the years. And I mean, even just recently in 2010
Yeah.
was purchased, the whole thing was outright purchased by Kraft Foods, the massive American
Oh my God.
conglomerate.
There you go. Cadbury was purchased by Hershey's, now it's purchased by Kraft, and that's just, it goes on and on. Now all the chocolate's gonna taste like Kraft macaroni and cheese or something.
Food Corporation.
Like the mac and cheese.
Yeah. Kraft mac and cheese.
So they purchased the UK
Yeah.
branch too? Just
Yeah.
all of it?
Yeah. So now Hershey's manufactures the American Cadbury, and Kraft, the same company that makes Kraft mac and cheese, is what is in charge of making the chocolate in the UK.
Oh,
That's unfortunate.
when did that happen? I wonder if that even actually changed the quality of the Cadbury chocolate in the UK. Like when Kraft purchased Cadbury UK, you'd think they would just keep the same factories and supply chains and ingredients all the same, if not else because it's a product that's everyone's pretty happy with. I don't know why they'd change it. So I'm not too nervous about that, actually. I'm curious, though, if anything changed with that acquisition.
And apparently there has been some pushback about this
Oh.
because Kraft has come in and tweaked the recipes in the UK a little bit. So not only does America
What? I was just saying how cocky. I was just saying in the most confident, cocky manner. Oh, there's no way Kraft will change the recipes, the protected recipes. It's like, no, immediately changes them. Why? I imagine all you would get is pushback.
American produced Cadbury now tastes different, but even UK Cadbury is starting to alter its flavor.
But why does American
Why?
Cadbury taste different from British Cadbury?
Well,
Okay.
according to Hershey, the Cadbury chocolate produced in the United States is made with the same exact amounts of milk, sugar, and chocolate as the Cadbury chocolate produced in the UK. They even use the same milk from the same European cows.
That's a long traveling milk.
So they use all the same ingredients in the Cadbury UK and Cadbury America, but it tastes different. Why?
No, they bring milk all the way over from Europe to the US to make this stuff. And maybe that's why they taste different, is the milk goes off whilst it's crossing the Atlantic.
Yeah, all that the rolling in the
Maybe.
waves.
The only differences are the fat
Oh.
content and the amount of cocoa butter used in the two bars.
Oh, there you go. There are differences. There literally are differences. The fat content, the amount of cocoa, which will obviously impact the flavor. Okay.
In the United States, the only fat used is cocoa butter, while in the UK, additional oils like vegetable or palm oil can also be used. So the difference
Oh.
between
Oh, wow, that's interesting. There's actually more fats or a different variety of fats used in the UK Cadbury chocolate. I would think that would actually probably make it taste better because, vegetable oil is not good for you, I imagine. But I think it makes stuff taste better, if I'm not mistaken. So when you're eating chocolate, it's like, it's chocolate. I think it's okay. Like, no one has any expectation of it being good for you, for crying out loud.
American Cadbury and British Cadbury is really, really small. But as you guys have probably experienced yourselves, the taste difference is pretty substantial. So if
Wow, a substantial taste difference. I am very curious now.
you have had American Cadbury and British Cadbury, what were the differences that you noticed? Drop those comments down below.
Wow, okay. You know, that is so interesting. Although I feel like I've heard stuff like that, like stuff available in America that's also made in the UK has like different flavors. Like this actually doesn't shock me, although apparently the ingredients are incredibly similar, but they taste wildly different. Maybe that's the shocking part. Anyway, I'm really enjoying this quite a bit, actually. But this video goes on quite a while. There's still like, yeah, it's only like halfway done right now. So I think for now, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to stop here for now and continue this in part 2. Continue learning about more foods from Britain you can't get in America. And I look forward to that greatly. So if you have enjoyed this video so far, feel free to give this a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to British culture and stuff about Britain, or if you're interested in part 2 of this, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.